Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Orlando, and today we're going to be talking about the 4 benefits of getting into real estate. This is a real estate investing for beginners special video. I think, the reason why I wanted to do this video is because I think a lot of people kind of want to get into real estate, but they don't really know the reasons why. They know it's profitable and they know that a lot of millionaires have been made from real estate, but they don't know the exact reasons why. So this video, I'm going to explain the 4 biggest benefits of getting into real estate investing. So let's just start off with number 1. Number 1 is leverage. I can't think of another investing tool that you can borrow money and get leverage against your asset. You can do it in stocks with like margins but the leverage isn't the same, and the leverage normally isn't as cheap. I know real estate is, when it comes to leverage, you cannot beat it. So what am I talking about when it comes to leverage? I'm talking about going and borrowing money to actually purchase the asset. So if you, for example, were buying a house for $100,000, you're going to borrow 80% of that from a bank. The bank would give you or loan you $80,000, and then you would have to come in with the other 20%. That is a really simple way of looking at it. You are basically borrowing money and another entity is giving you the money to purchase the asset that you normally couldn't purchase. Normally you couldn't purchase, let's just say you didn't have enough money, and most people don't have enough money for a $100,000 house. Instead of you having to come up with all of that money yourself coming up with that $100,000, the bank will give you more than half of it, which is about 80% of it. In some instances, you can get all the way up to 95% if you're staying in the property. But for this example, let's just use 80%. You come up with the other 20%, and then the property's yours. You don't have to worry about anything else. You don't have to come out of your pocket that $100,000. Now tell me, what other type of asset or investing asset that you will be able to get that type of leverage on? You can't beat it. You can't beat it, guys. So number 2, tax benefits or tax write-offs. These are huge in real estate. You get to write everything associated with the property, you get to write off. So let's talk about some of the biggest write-offs that you can get. Number 1 is depreciation. Depreciation, I like to describe as like a phantom write-off. The IRS allows you to basically write off a certain amount of money that is divided up over a bunch of years, and it is basically stating that this is the amount that the property is depreciating by. And so they let you write that off every year. Now, why do I say it's phantom? Because it's obvious that the property is not depreciating, it's appreciating. Not depreciating, but appreciating. But for whatever reason, the IRS allows you to write this off. So you take advantage of this write-off every single year that you get the write-off. Not to include any other type of write-offs, which are mortgage interest, property management. The list just goes on and on and on. Anything associated with the property's expenses, you get the write-off, and you will not pay taxes on those expenses. And so by the end of it, normally you're at a loss. And some people say, what? How are you at a loss when you've made money on this property? Well, when you add up all of the expenses, even though you made money, you lost money tax-wise. So, or your tax bill will be way lower than your actual profit. So number 3 is someone is making your mortgage payments for you. And this is something that a lot of people don't really talk about, but it's really big. Just imagine you have cash flow coming in your property. You don't have to make not one payment yourself towards your mortgage. And then all of that equity is draining every time you make a payment with someone else's money. Who gets all of that equity at the end of the day? You. No, you. But the point is that someone else is paying your mortgage for you. And when someone pays your mortgage for you, you reap all the benefit of that by all of the equity that is already in there. You can pull the equity out in a refinance. You can sell the property and pull the money out that way. But either way, the money isn't coming out of your savings account, out of your checking account. It's not coming from you. And that is a big thing. Someone else is paying your mortgage for you. I don't know another asset class where you invest in something and the money coming in is literally paying off the money that you borrowed from something that you couldn't have bought by yourself anyways. So it's like money paying off money that you borrowed from someone else, and then you reap all the benefits. It's this big cycle that happens over and over and over again. And to me, the best way I look at it is I look at it as a big savings account. One big savings account that at the end of 10 years, 20 years, whenever I sell or refinance, I can pull that money out and do that all over again in another property. And that is the power of investing in real estate. And that's the reason why I love this asset class so much when it comes to investing. You won't get a lot of these advantages with another asset class like stock or bonds. With this type of asset class, you won't be able to get these type of advantages. I just don't see it anywhere else. And if you do, please comment in my comment section and let me know what I'm missing here. So number 4 is appreciation. And everybody knows about appreciation in real estate. Everybody knows you buy a house and in a couple of years, 5, 6, 10 years, it'll be worth more than what you bought it at, hopefully. But when you combine appreciation with all of these other 3 tips that I told you that are really important and all the advantages that you get with real estate, appreciation really seems like a cherry on top. And the average appreciation nationwide based on a Google search is about 4.7% over the 12-month period, which is good. But you know, in your local area, it probably is higher. If I search in Google, like the top 10 cities, I think the number 1 is almost at 10%. I think it's like 9.7%. And that's really good. So your property that you are purchasing, I'm using the top number here of the 9.7. Not only did you borrow the money, not only can you write off everything that's associated with the property, not only is someone else paying off the money you borrowed, but also too, your property is going to appreciate almost up to 10%. Why aren't you doing this now? Like this, you cannot beat any of this. You cannot beat any of this. Any other asset class isn't going to have this stuff. Okay, I'm gonna give you a bonus advantage here. Another advantage to owning real estate and to investing into real estate is that the income that you get from real estate investing is pretty stable. And the reason why it's stable is because majority of people all need a place to live. Everybody needs a place to stay. So you will always have someone searching for a place to live, a place to rent. I have never had an issue with putting someone in one of my properties because someone is always looking to move into a place. People moving into the area, people moving from one place to another. There is always someone looking. And I can't think of another asset class that is a need. You don't need to buy a Google stock or Apple stock or a Netflix stocks. You don't need to do that. You don't need to invest in those things. You don't need to buy those things. You need a place to stay. Most people need a place to stay. And so when you get into real estate, you are in that category of individuals being able to choose your place to stay. And I love that stable income that you will get and knowing that people will always need this asset. And that's key. People will always need this asset. And if you can tell me another asset that is like that, man, please, like I said, comment in my comment section and let me know. But that is another reason why I love this asset class. It is a need. It is essential. You know, I try to let everyone know, like, when you lay it out like this, it sounds like, duh, why am I not doing this? Why am I not getting into real estate right now? And you really should be asking yourself that question. What's stopping you from getting into real estate today? Getting into your first property and applying all of these advantages to growing your wealth, you're doubling your income, and doing all the things that I have said in my previous videos, you need to really ask yourself, what's stopping you from that? And whatever's stopping you from that, you need to jump on it right now and get it fixed so that you can get into this asset class, investing in real estate as fast as you can, and just get started. That's my biggest thing, get started. So once again, guys, if you got value out of this content, please hit that subscribe button, also that notification and like button, so that, you know, my videos can get shown to others. It really helps out my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.